Hi, my name is Jane Powell. Welcome to Community Connections, brought to you by the Greater Kanawha Valley Foundation. This is a show about community involvement. Today we're going to talk about the Charleston Ballet, and our guest is Artistic Director Kim Pauley. Welcome, Kim.
Hi, Jane. Thanks
Glad
for
you could
having me.
join us.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks. So you've got some exciting things that you'd like to talk about.
Yeah, we have several upcoming things. First off, in May, we're going to have some auditions for the next season of the Charleston Ballet performances.
Okay.
So, and they will happen in May, the 7th and 8th. And I have two separate auditions, one for apprentices and one for the company people.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they'll take place at the Charleston Ballet Studios. And basically, they're just like a class. And the apprentices are younger children that, of course, they have been studying ballet, about ages 11 to 15, that age range.
Mm-hmm.
And then the company members are usually around 14 and older.
And
So-
as a company member versus an apprentice, are they a little more accomplished in their skills?
Yeah,
A little
yeah.
further along?
A little further along, usually more experience, performance experience, and also their commitment level is higher.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I used to just have only the company, and I would draw from the school when I needed children for special roles and things, which I still do.
Right.
But I just found, as sort of just the way things have evolved, that the children are so, if I get them that committed that young, they end up burning out on something.
Oh,
So I've
yeah.
started something that's kind of allows them to ease into that commitment.
Mm-hmm.
And so the apprentices, they have to take a certain number of classes, and there are requirements for them, but they're less than the company. So, and then if they really, improve and flourish in that situation and they want to do something even more, which they usually do, because once they see the older girls and they see the roles that they're dancing and the ballets they participate in, they really do want to be a part of that. So.
Very exciting.
And it's a goal to work for, so.
And that is not, so they're an apprentice for what period of time? For
It's just it's individual,
Okay.
really. If they want to do that, and I think this upcoming year I'm going to have some pretty big ballets that we're doing, so they'll probably be more active than they may have been before.
Oh, great.
It just varies from season to season. And we typically have 3 main shows that we do, and then I do a lot of smaller works in different venues. For fundraising events, or someone says, oh, we want to do this. We go to nursing homes sometimes, and I take them, and it's so just whenever people ask us to do something small, or we want to be involved with another organization, we do quite a bit of collaborative things too. So, and those can come up on a dime. So,
Well, and who doesn't want a ballerina at their event? So.
well, yeah, it always adds another dimension.
Right.
To whatever it is, and they're pretty accomplished kids.
Yeah,
So,
that's fun. How big is your company? How many?
well, I usually have about 15 to 20 dancers in the company, and 10 to 12 apprentices. That again varies from year to year, just depending. You sort of have waves of kids that are interested, or waves of talented kids,
Right.
and then sometimes there's fewer.
Yeah.
So, but it's just a nice opportunity, and I know that most of them are not going to be dancers when they grow up, but that experience and being commitment, and it'd be like the boys involved in a ball team. There's
Oh, good example.
there's
Right.
like there's teamwork and things involved with that, and commitment and responsibility that they learn. So all the things that they learn while they're a part of something that they really enjoy to do is it's really wonderful.
Well, and I think we were talking earlier that a certain personality type is drawn to the training and the dedication
Yeah.
required to be a dancer, and then that carries over into their career and other aspects of their life.
Yeah, and they don't realize that when they're
Yeah.
taking ballet. It's just, oh, I like to dance and things. But
Right.
all these skills that they learn, they don't know they're learning them, and they don't realize that they will apply them later to their profession,
Right.
or their college, school, whatever.
Yeah.
So, and I find that that when they're in a ballet class, I have kids that all go to school together, and some of them are really, really wonderful students academically, and some of them aren't. But then they come to the ballet studio, and the ones that aren't so strong academically dance better. So for us, it's a great equalizer in people's self-esteem. So all those things, they all come into play there. So it's just, I don't know. I think it's a nice.
Great.
It's yeah, I think so.
So when we talk about dance and things that are coming up in their training and their commitment, you have an intensive program that's starting soon.
Right, right. This summer, I think this is the 4th year, and it's a summer dance intensive. And it runs for 4 weeks, from June the 2nd through the 26th or 7th, I think. And there are classes where the kids might take classes twice a week during the year, the school year. They'll take 4 classes a week during this time. And it just runs for 1 month. But I have a lot of guest teachers that come in. I think this year I'm going to have a guest teacher to do jazz and musical theater. I've got someone to teach modern, several different ballet teachers that will be guest teachers. And then we have something at noon that sometimes people that really aren't dancers like to do. It's a ballet circuit training program, and we offer Zumba and Pilates, and that just runs for an hour right at lunchtime. So that could be something that adults could take part of too, not just the kids. But for the summer intensive, we have classes for 4 and 5-year-olds, and they meet in the morning twice a week. They only come twice a week, but they have their class, and then they have like a little snack or something, and then we do a ballet dance-related activity. So or they listen to music, or we read a story about a ballet. We did once, we learned all the pantomime movements for ballet. And so once they had like a pantomime vocabulary, then they made up their own story and things to try to tell us without words. So it's nice for them. And then the older dancers get an opportunity to take classes from other people, from far away, big companies sometimes. Other artistic directors come. So it is an intensive program, but.
So being involved in the ballet in this field most of your life, I'm guessing, you have a lot of connections outside the city.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, we've always brought in a lot of guests. So, and I remember when I would go to New York or someplace to take class, and it wouldn't be the first time I was there at the studio or something. I would see people that I had seen before, just the previous summer or the previous time I was there, and they say, "Oh, you're that girl from West Virginia, that dancer from West Virginia." So, but we've had a lot of guests in and out through the years, and and the dance world is kind of small, so. If you don't know someone, you know somebody that knows them.
Oh, good.
And they can give an introduction, or you can call and say, "Oh, I got your number from so and so, and they used to dance together in a ballet company, or he was my teacher," or something like that. So it is kind of a small world though. So.
And everyone's willing to help and train and travel.
Yeah, most of the people that it's rarely that I've found anybody that I've had to work with, anybody that's really a diva.
Oh, that's good, because you think of it.
Well, you would think so, and some really high-powered names and really popular people that have a nice reputation and everyone knows them, and you think they would be like that, but they're not.
That's great.
They're just, and ballet dancers are very much like that. They just love ballet. My husband says, "Oh, he's a crazy guy, but you just know that he just loves ballet." And all of you just love ballet.
Well, because to be a ballet dancer, you're an athlete.
Yeah, very much.
Yes. That might not be something that everyone thinks of right off the bat, but very much an athlete.
Yeah, and it's, I mean, as far as the children learning to dance and things, but it's something that all along when they were learning all of that, they learn how to take care of themselves. They learn to appreciate their body. They learn what's good nutrition and what's not. and things to stay away from. And if you want to dance, then you don't do this, and you get enough sleep, and you don't, you know. So I think those kind of healthy lifestyle habits, if you learn those when you're little, it's not a big deal because it's part of the way you live,
Right.
and you grow up and you're already healthy. So, and you've already incorporated physical activity in your life from the start, so it's not like when you get older and it's like something serious happens and then you have to integrate something in your life, you know, to start to take care of yourself.
Change your lifestyle, right?
Yeah, yeah. So,
That's right.
So I'm very grateful that I found that. It's,
That's great. And you're passing it on.
yes, trying.
That's
I'm
right.
trying.
So we should talk about where your studio is.
I have
and
a new,
how people would
new
contact
studio. Well, it's new to us still. We've been there just now 3 years, and it's a really beautiful space. It's at the corner of Virginia and Capitol Street. The address is 100 Capitol Street.
So that would be what I would call catty corner to the library, maybe?
Yes. Yeah. And we're at the corner. Well, if we're at Virginia Street, where the Chase Bank is there, and there's a bar there, and Jimmy John's is there. So it's,
And I have
it's
been in
right
your
downtown.
studio. It's
Yeah,
beautiful.
It is. And so the studio is on the mezzanine, and then we have office space upstairs in the same building. And I have 2 studios, so, and they're big, nice, airy with windows and everything. So
That's great. So we talked about the auditions, and we've talked about your summer intensive. Do you have a program or an event, a show coming up?
Well, at the end, like my summer intensive runs through the festival that we have here.
Oh, great. Okay.
So even it's nice because then there's a lot of other things to do.
Right.
And then during festival, there's always a dance gala. And so we are always participating in that.
At the Cultural Center.
At the
Yes.
Cultural Center. So we'll be dancing in that on the 25th of June.
Okay.
So that all happens all in the summer intensive.
It's a very busy summer for Charleston Ballet.
Yeah, yeah.
That's right. If someone wanted to contact you, how would they get in touch with you?
They could email us at info@thecharlestonballet.com.
Okay.
They can call. I think you have the number on the screen.
That's right. And the website.
And the website is there, and they can find us there. I'm sure we're listed in the phone book, and to Google American Academy Ballet or Charleston Ballet.
Do you do social media?
Yes, we have Facebook too.
Okay.
You can like us on Facebook if you
Like
want.
them on Facebook. That's it. Everybody loves Facebook.
Yeah.
A great way to share information, especially with the younger
Oh, yeah.
dancers that you have. I'm sure it's a great way to keep in touch with
Yeah,
them.
that's fun.
That's right. So we've got summer intensive coming out, auditions coming out May 7th and 8th.
Right.
And then the summer dance intensive coming up in June, which will
Right.
run the full month. And then events for festival involving the dance gala.
Right, and we have classes all year round for children as young as 4 and 5, all the way through. I have a beginning adult class that's really crowded, and
Great.
it's very popular, and we have so much fun in that too. So we just run the whole gamut.
That's great. Well, I'm so glad that you were able to join us today. Thank you. I love
Thank you
learning
so
more
much.
about what's happening with Charleston Ballet and sharing it with everyone. Thank you all for joining us today. It's Community Connections. It's brought to you by the Greater Kanawha Valley Foundation, and our guest has been Kim Polly with the Charleston Ballet. We'll see you next time.